Next, we move into the realm of poetry and memoirs with Jan Beatty. She shared the story of her career and what she has to offer to this inaugural festival.
I've been involved with the literary community for probably 30 plus years. So I have a lot of friends and fellow writers. I was asked to be on the board of the festival, but I was too busy with doing some other things. So I was approached by Lori Moser and Bob Hoover, asking if I wanted to be a reader because I have two new books out. I have a memoir, American Bastard, and last year I had a book of poems, The Body Wars, come out. So so I think since I had poetry and nonfiction, they were interested in having me be a part of it. Plus, I had my connection to the Mad Woman in the Attic. So there's a lot going on. Well, I'm definitely a poet. Definitely a poet. I mean, I have 6 books of poems published with the University of Pittsburgh Press, and then I have this new memoir that just came out in October, and which I've been working on for many years. So I would say I'm a poet who finally got her memoir published. So even though I'm published in 2 genres, I still consider myself a poet. Yeah. Now I've been I was director of the writing program at Carlow University for 15 years and director of the Mad Women in the Attic. I was director of the MFA program at Carlow for a couple years. And before that, I taught at Carnegie Mellon and University of Pittsburgh. The Mad Women in the Attic are hard to describe. They're a group of women. There's about 500 women in it now, ages 18 to 95. And so that includes a whole bunch of experience and women from all kinds of backgrounds, and women who are just starting out in writing, women who have MFAs in books. So it includes like everybody, which is what we want. And we just started a national Mad Women program 2 years ago, which is excellent. And we started it before the pandemic occurred. And we were lucky in that way so that we could still reach out to people during that time. So, I mean, we're just growing and growing, and it's a very supportive program for women writers, and yet we're very serious. And the Mad Women will be at the Literary Festival, so if anyone wants to go hear them, they're 10 a.m. on Saturday the 14th at the Poetry Tent. I was going to read a little piece from my memoir, if that's okay. So this is, I'll just hold it up. This is American Bastard. This is the cover. That's me on the front at 5 years old with a toy shotgun, shooting everyone. And so, it's a memoir about adoption. And I was born in a place called Rosalia Asylum and Maternity Hospital in the Hill District of Pittsburgh, which was a place where women would go have their babies and then leave the babies there. And so it functioned as an orphanage. So I was there, I guess, the first year of my life, at least, as far as I know. So this is a very short piece about Rosalia Asylum, imagining it. It's called After the Tearing and Rolling. After the tearing and rolling, you're an infant somewhere in a crib, in a room full of cribs. Someone is taking care of you. You don't know who. Who is the person who picks you up? Is it a woman? Is it a nun? There is no story in sight, no same loving face, blood of my blood face. The smells, the feel of the rolling and tearing are gone. Gone where? No face who has your face. No way of knowing who is who. What hands are these? Why are they different every time? There's no bonding taking place. The story is fractured here and forever after. Then strangers come to gaze at you, touch you, wonder about you. They decide to pluck you out of there and make you theirs. These strangers will take your name away and hide it. The government will cooperate. It will take months and months for this baby trade to be completed, a baby in exchange for money. Meanwhile, someone is feeding you. Is it a kind person? What do they smell like? You will never know these hands again. You will be taken to a strange place. People will start calling you the lucky one, the chosen baby. No one sees that your story is gone, that you are being handed off like a football. From now on, everyone will pretend that your first story never existed. They will act and want you to act as if you are one of them, their blood, their faces, their world. You know that to survive, you will have to do this, you will have to pass. But your new mother has dark hair and brown eyes. Your father has dark hair. Their noses are not like yours. Your white blonde hair shines sickly like the odd light in a bad painting. Later, you look at your cousins. They have beautiful long eyelashes, all of them the same. You value how others resemble others. You long for it. In first grade, you refuse to make a family tree. Your parents and teachers suggest you make one based on your new family. You refuse. So that's at the beginning of the book. That's sort of a memory imagining of that initial time. Yeah, I would love for people to show up. It's going to be a great festival. I'll be reading 2:30 to 3:30 at a place called Duolingo. It's another event space right down from Bakery Square. And it's going to be, I'll be reading and then have like a Q&A, and then I'll sign books. So, and it's not only for people who are adopted, it's for anyone who's interested. And I'd really like, the opportunity to read and talk to people. So I just, want to have a real open feel about it. And I'm not anti-adoption, So I just am interested in complicating the conversation around adoption. So I invite people, and I think it's going to be a great day and a great festival. So hopefully it'll be sunny in Pittsburgh that day.
That was poet Jan Beatty, who just recently published her first memoir. You can catch her at Duolingo this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. We'll be right back.